Okay, this is part 2 of What If deku stayed quirkless. And yeah, let's get into the video. So, thanks for getting to 61 subs. I will be doing my 61K, my 60 sub special pretty soon. I just need some ideas, so if y'all got any what if ideas, put them in the comments. I'll be sure to read them as soon as I see them. And don't forget to like, sub. Oh, and if y'all have any ship ideas, go ahead, put those in the comments. And my favorite one I'll be doing, and I'm okay if Deku and Bakugo date, if Deku dates Ida, I don't care. Ships are ships. Let's get into the video. So, where I left off, Deku was about to talk to Prisoner Nesio. So, Prisoner, as Deku's doing his Rubik's Cube, he solves it about five seconds down the hallway, because as soon as he sees Prisoner Nesio, he pulled it out. So he's just sitting there, doing the Rubik's Cube, and then he solves it. As soon as he gets down the hallway, it's like 5 seconds down the hallway, and then a little SD chip falls down onto the floor. Deku picks it up and he's like, "What's this?" So he slips it into his pocket. Oh, and by the way, I don't do this without a script, so this is all just off the top of my head. So I really have no clue what's going to be on the SD card. So I might do that in part 3. Let's get back into it. So Prisoner Nezu takes him into his office, and they started talking about. Hold up, let me move my mic just a little bit closer to my mouth. Okay, I usually don't have it right here, but I'm not talking as loud just because I don't feel like talking as loud, or I might be talking too loud. I don't really know, but I just want to lower my voice because I feel like I'm talking too loud for my household. Because as you can tell in my videos, my house is usually quiet. It's just a few little kids screaming every now and then. And so, I'm trying to get my voice down so it's not too loud. Okay, let me stop blabbling and get back into the video. So, as the SD card, it drops, and he puts it in his little shirt pocket, because he's basically wearing that shirt that he's wearing right there, with, I'll say some blue jeans, with a jacket tied around his waist. Yeah. And no, wait. Oh yeah, they have a UA outfit. Never mind. He's wearing his UA outfit just with a jacket tied around his waist. So he puts it in his little coat pocket. I think they had that on a UA uniform. So he puts it in that, and he walks in to his Onezu's office. And what's that one course? The support coast. The support. The support class teacher is sitting right there, and he says to Deku, I want to talk to you about getting into my course. Now on your plant fit for joining, you said you wanted to be in the hero course, but you can do both if you want. And Deku sits there, he thinks for, let's say, about 20 seconds. And he says, yeah, sure. And Prisoner Nezu is kind of shocked because that was really fast. And, like, his decision was really fast. So Prisoner Nezu's like, why? And Deku says, well, it would probably be useful if I can make my own support item since I don't have a quirk. And Prisoner Nezu, like, he automatically opens his computer, starts typing. He pulls up Deku's files, and he's like, he doesn't have a quirk. And like he starts like deep diving into Deku's like history. He's like, okay. So he goes to the quirk doctor, and he's like, okay. So and then he's like, he didn't have a quirk. Wait, but he has. He's like, okay, because he has a joint. So he's like, okay, so he doesn't have a quirk, but then he's like, wait, how did he hack my robots though? And Vizionetsu's like completely astonished about Deku because he literally hacked the zero pointer, and the zero pointer computer was like a 10 screen computer with like 10 like keyboards, and he pulls up like the recording of like the whole fight, and he sits there, he watches the whole fight on how he destroyed the zero pointer. He's like, wait, he didn't even use a quirk the whole time. So he's like, he's not lying. Whoa. And he says that all in his head, but he did that in like 1.5 seconds. So it's like Deku wasn't sitting there for like 20 hours. I mean, 20 minutes. It's like, so under in that time, Deku, after Prismanezu does that, he's like, yeah, okay, you're smart enough to do both. If you want this, you're going to be doing the hero class first, and then when you get out of your hero class, you'll be staying. When you get off the hero classes, you'll be going to the support class. Oh, and I'm going to give you a badge so you can get in after school hours if you want to do some late day working, I guess, like on his gadgets. So he takes a little badge and he puts it in his other pocket. Oh, and then he turns to Pizzuanezu and says, "Is this jacket okay? The one around my waist?" And Pizzuanezu says, "Yeah, it's fine as long as you like don't put it on over your suit." And he says, "Okay," and he walks in to the class 1A, and he's the second one there. And so he decides to walk up to Momo and start talking. And Momo asks what is his quirk. Yeah, she just asks what's his quirk. And Deku's like, "Oh, I'm quirkless." And he says, "What's your like?" He doesn't even hesitate on saying he's quirkless. He's like, "I'm quirkless." And what's your quirk? And that's she's like, so he probably just didn't want to tell me his quirk. So he's like, oh, she's like, oh, so you're quirkless? And I'm like, and he says, yeah. And she says, oh, well, I have a creation quirk. I can create anything as long as I have enough knowledge on it. And Deku's like, oh, that's cool. Can you create me a computer real quick and some headphones? So she creates him a computer and some headphones. And he says, oh, and also a backpack because I forgot mine at home. And she said Momo says, I don't know why I was kind of call Momo a he when I know she's a girl. Like, oh my god. She says, yeah, sure, and she creates all that for him, and he puts the computer and headphones into his new backpack, and she's like, aren't you going to use that? And he's like, oh yeah, when I'm done with this class, when I go to support class. She's like, wait, you're doing the support class too? Like, she doesn't say you're doing it too, like she's in it, but she's like, you're doing it with this class? And he's like, yeah, I just got back from Pismanezu's office. He said I can do it. And by the time they're done with that whole conversation, Bakugo and Ida is in an argument because it was basically like they were so deep in conversation. They didn't realize Bakugo, Ida, they didn't realize everybody walked into the classroom. I'll say Deku saw it right. Who was getting to that point where I'm saying Bakugo and Deku again. Oh my god. Oof. It gets to the point where Deku and Momo, I'll say Deku and Momo will be best friends. And if y'all want me to ship them, go for it, because I haven't did that ship yet. So like, just put in the comments if you want that ship. It'll be easy for me to set up because it's like that bond is already there. Because Momo's smart, Deku's smart. Momo has like a creation quirk. Deku likes building stuff, hacking. He does like Deku hacks, but he only like no, he doesn't hack. I'll say he programs, and since he knows how to program, he also knows how to hack. So he does the so Aizawa gets up, he does his little speech. It took y'all 8 minutes to shut up, blah 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 blah, 8 seconds or whatever. He exposes them the PE uniform, and they The Deku just gets up, walks out the classroom without even saying a word after Aizawa said what to do. And everybody else starts complaining. And Aizawa zooms in on Deku just like getting up, not even saying a word to anybody, and just walking out the classroom. And then he sees Momo does the same thing. He's like, "Oh, good students, thank you." Like he says that in his head, and he says, "And here in UA we can run our class however we want." And they go. The rest of the class finally goes, and by the time that they get out there, oh, and by the way, the reason that Deku's wearing the jacket, because I'll say, in this his dad is dead. I should have said that in the last part, but like I said, not really using a script, so decided to do this. Oh, and the Rubik's cube he also got from his dad, and his mom gave it to him today, as soon as he got into UA for his 15th birthday. Because I'll say today he just turned 15, so she gave him that jacket and the Rubik's cube, and the chip thing is a video from his dad, but he does not know that yet. See, really not really using a script, so Ooh, who knows? Maybe one for all Seku's dad, and he will get a quirk. Ooh. Uh. Anyway, let's get deeper into the video. So they go outside to do the physical exam. Deku goes third. I'll say Bakugo went first because he got first. And then Uraka went. And then Deku. Deku, he feels the ball. He's like, and then like he closes his eyes. And he's like, okay, so I can put 60, I can put 100 power into it, but it won't go that far if I do that. And he starts he pulls out he says he asks as always can he go last because he needs some time to think on what he can do because he's quirkless. And since Deku was the first one to get up and walk out the class, he's like, okay, fine, just because you walked out the class without asking any questions. So Deku goes back to that. So everybody else goes. They get whatever they got in the regular. And the reason I did that is because what Deku is going to do is every time before he goes, he's just writing down a little bit. He's like, okay, so if I put it at a 40 degrees angle and I put 100% power into it, it'll go 600 and blah 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 meters. And he's like, no, that's not far enough. So he's like, okay, so if I put it at a 50-degree angle and throw it 100 power, it'll go 848 meters. He's like, okay, that's good. So he closes it and he puts it back in his backpack. He puts his backpack back at he runs into the locker room, puts it back into the locker room. By the time he gets back, it's his turn. Okay, I'll do just a little bit more because I want to at least have him finish the race. So it's his turn to do the race, and he gets fourth place. And in the strength grip test, he gets fifth place with seven. I'll say 82 kilograms, and I will be leaving it off here. And since this wasn't that long of a video, I know the first one was only 10 minutes, I will try to post part 3 and maybe post something else. We'll see.